What's that? Yeah, obviously thrilled to advance here. Felt like that Xavier would have the advantage just having played in the Wednesday game. I think those the first couple of media timeouts, maybe they had a higher level of comfortability, having been in a playoff game yesterday here. So, but obviously our defense the last 30 minutes and 29 assists. Thrilled at the way we responded to some early adversity.
Questions, please raise your hand and we'll call on you. Right here in front.
This is about 1,500 bullets, so congratulations on the win. The second half was full of a lot of transition buckets. It's deep pushing. What do you tell your players as far as getting offensive going after the sluggish start?
Yeah, I mean that's their off stops is their time to play. So it's an opportunity for them to be aggressive and just kind of look to play in the ball screen game or just go make plays for each other and get lost in offense. And then obviously off of stops or on dead ball situations. Now we're in the situation where we got to execute actions that we like to run. So when we're getting stops like that and we're getting transition opportunities with the way we execute offense in the half court, we're tough to guard when we get rolling.
Right here in front.
All three of you. When you came out and they started with a 10-0 run into that first TV timeout, 10-4, did you reflect back on your last home game? I mean, your last away game against Providence, where they were up 15-2 on you?
No, not really. That was a whole different game, whole different team. Like Coach said, we kind of he warned us before the game that they're gonna come out like that and just stay with it. We had to start guarding and execute our offense, and we didn't really think about last game. We just executed and played defense, rebound, got out in transition, and came back from that.
Down here on the left, Joe.
Dan, Donovan obviously didn't have the best first half, but then he scores 11 straight points at one point in the second to really blow it over. What did you say to him, and how much did you want to get him involved after the break?
Yeah, I mean we got he's a gentle giant. He's jolly green giant. So sometimes he's got to get get that intensity level up, get that nastiness. He's such a sweetheart of a guy, and he turned it up and got pissed off, and but just what the combination of those two guys gave us tonight, it looked a lot like what we were getting from our centers last year. Sampson was fabulous, and then when Donovan turned it up, he impacts the game like few players in the country.
Second row, Dave.
Yeah, Dan, I was asked about Sampson. It looked like he was particularly energetic tonight. First half, he really came out with a lot of energy. Did you notice that as well?
Yeah, he's been playing. I think he went through a stretch of games, where he wasn't being as effective as he was when Donovan was out in that early part of the season. I just think he's gotten back to the things that he does well. He's learned to handle the physicality of these games, and he was a major difference maker when he was doing ball screen defense-wise too, just kind of backing those guards up and keeping them from getting downhill, and then the pressure he puts on the rim when he's rolling it opens a lot of things up.
Third row in the middle.
Coach, looking at some of these numbers, they're phenomenal. You were up 1 at the half. You guys outscored them 54-24 overall at the paint. You had 29 assists. When you were only up 1 at halftime, what did you say in the locker room to get the guys to come out on fire like they did in the second half?
Yeah, I mean, a little bit of it was like raise your intensity level. This is a playoff game. When you're trying to end the other teams, either like their Big East career or the Big East season, or you're trying to end a team's season period, you've got to be absolutely on point. The execution's got to be on point. The effort and the intensity and the attention to detail. I mean, it's all got to be there. And I think it took us a half to get going, but also credit Xavier. I mean, they played, I thought, a really, really, really good first half.
Back on the left, please.
Hey there, Lane Higgins from the Wall Street Journal. This one's for you, Coach. I understand that Billy Donovan is something of a mentor to you, and now as you're getting on the eve of the NCAA tournament, were there any lessons that he imparted about, going back-to-back like he did with Florida, and, any takeaways that you've tried to implement this season? Yeah,
I talked to him a couple times, in the off-season, lead up to the preseason. He was, coaches like, Coach Calhoun and Tom Izzo and Coach Donovan were like my college coaching, the idols, the coaches I idolized. So, you know, he said really, like, don't make it about that. You know, like don't chase a repeat. Like improve in the off season as a coach, serve your players well, stick to the formula. Like, don't pursue the achievement. You know, just, you know, do a great job. You know, improve as a coach and you know, serve your players well and let the chips fall where they may. But don't obsess over that accomplishment, or else you know, it's going to make you crazy.
Back on the left.
Coach, your team had 29 assists on 35 made shots tonight. What can you tell me about your team's chemistry going in as you prepare for the NCAA tournament?
I mean, I could tell you they should have had 34, because that one stretch of 3 or 4 minutes when we were, you know, lobs were a little bit off, and we bricked some threes and stuff, and you know, we had some sleepy shit going on out there that I didn't like, but it's a testament to the group. I mean, there's not so many teams in the country with this level of talent and NBA players. I mean, a starting 5 of all guys that are NBA players that are willing for it to be other people's nights on a given night. You know, for Tristen, who's an All-American, and you know, and a AP Player of the Year in the league, and you know, for him to, you know, go get 13, 7, and 5, and only take 10 shots and allow others, just speaks to, and Cam's done it, and just got a team filled of you know, guys that bought into the culture and all about winning.
In the middle, Pat. Just go. There we go.
For Tristen and then Dan, if you wouldn't mind commenting as well. Talking about your passing game, how much of it is kind of organic and how much is coached in? Just you guys' ability to find open players all the time.
Well, I mean, coach, they drop good, you know, schemes and plays, and we go through them every day to see what read we need. You know, obviously you have to read the floor, but you know, our coaches do a good job of putting us in positions to make great passes and have multiple options. So, you know, we got great shooters, great lob threats, so it's pretty easy to, you know, give our shooters the ball. Cam, like 45% shooter, you know, AK, Donovan roll to rim, Sam, it's pretty much easy. So, credits to the coaches for their schemes and helping me out with that.
All right, we're going to do 2 more right here, Tom.
Cam, as Coach alluded, Xavier, most of the teams you're going to be playing are on the bubble, fighting for their lives. Not necessarily the case for you guys. So how do you kind of get that feel that you want this badly enough that you're going to play like you're fighting for your lives?
Yeah, I mean, we're playing for a championship. You know, this is one of the biggest goals that we set for ourselves at the beginning of the year. So, I mean, if you don't want to win now, then you probably shouldn't be playing. So, you know, Coach said it's very tough to end anyone's season, but then to add in the fact that they're fighting for an NCAA tournament spot makes it even greater. So we got to come ready to play tomorrow again.
Last one, Jade.
Dan, you talked about the assists and the unselfishness on this team. Cam's become a better passer this season. How much of that has he worked on in the offseason, and how satisfied are you with his progression?
Yeah, I think when we watched him on Synergy, you know, you saw a two-way player. You saw, you know, a guy that could really pass the ball, and I just think the offensive system fits him perfectly. You know, he's good in the ball screen game. He's good off-ball movement. He can go get his own shot. You know, these 2 guys right here. This is, you know, best backcourt, best backcourt in the country right here. So, you know, these guys make it easy for their teammates. But yeah, we did not teach Cam how to pass. Did we?
They did a lot.
Thank you, Cam.
Thank you, UConn.
Yes, thank you.